What is going on, everyone? Frady Cat Gaming here, back with another War of the Visions video. Today, I just wanted to do an update on my free-to-play account, Free-to-Play, and see where we're at after about 3 weeks, I think we're at. We're about 3 weeks into this account, and we're doing not too bad. We made it through the end of the Final Fantasy X-2 collaboration. We're wrapping up the Final Fantasy XIV collaboration now, and we are just starting the Final Fantasy V collaboration. So I just wanted to take a look at what I was able to do so far with the account, maybe some problems that we've encountered, and maybe some expectations or not expectations, but realistic standards, or there we go, manage our expectations. We're going to manage our expectations. There we go. We found it. Okay, so first thing, let's just take a look at the units that we've got here. Yeah, so just waiting for this to load, and then we'll see. So we've got the units that we started out with that we pulled on the account. We've got Shreka, Soul, blah, blah, blah. You can see them for yourselves. What we've been building are Thancred. We're just collecting those mind spheres. So hopefully we'll get lucky enough to just get him to 120. We just need to get lucky on those tickets. I'd like not to spend any Visior on him if I can. We're just short about 45 mind spheres, and then we can 120 him, and then I'm not gonna, on this count, I'm not gonna worry too much about transcending him, although we would need another 120 to get him to 140. So really we need about 165 to get him at least to 140. So I don't know if we'll be able to do that. We might have to sink some Visior into him just to finish him off before he goes away. Or, I mean, we could always stick him in the barracks, but I don't have that much space in my barracks right now. Another unit that I want to talk about is Lucio. If you're a free-to-play account and you're new, if you're a new account, you should be immediately getting Lucio and building him up. He is a free unit. He is free to build. They give you everything you need to build him. I'll show you, if you're not sure, where to go do that. It is easy to kind of miss, but it's also super valuable. And there is a time limit on a bingo board that you can get some nice bonuses from. So you want to build him ASAP. We also started this account with Yuna. We're just slowly collecting some mind spheres for her and getting her up there. Then just some other things we picked up along the way. Pain also, we got her to 99. We're just going to slowly build her. We were able to pick up the Barts from Final Fantasy V. Well, we're just going to slowly pick up shards for him, build him as a nice extra light / unit. Mediana, we're going to slowly build her. She has a bingo board. They basically give her to you for free from leveling Shadow Links. And then you can pick her up in the bingo boards. Only they don't give you all of her shards to get her up there, but they will give you mind spheres. So she's a little bit of a slow build because there's also, I think, a select ticket connected to her bingo board. So that'll be nice. And then we have all the selection units that I want to talk about, and the lower rarity units. So the other thing that we've been really able to do is capitalize on the light element. So that's going to be a really, really great new account, free-to-play, friendly element and team to really start to build and center your account around. Because we were able to pick up the wing stern right away. We got the Thancred for free from Final Fantasy XIV, and he got buffed. So this is the best time to use him. He's actually usable. Lucio is a free character that we can pick up. We started with Yuna, so that's another light unit. We got another free unit in Bart's that we have to slowly build. Camillo we picked up from the selection quest. Not really too sure about him, but we'll build him. We randomly picked up Lilith, the new Lilith. We randomly picked up the Miranda. Those are slow builds. And then there's one other unit that we'll be able to pick up in a second. I've just been holding off on her to show you in this video. But right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. this has been my light chaining party for the time being. So anything that needs to chain, I'm able to send them in there. Or on any elemental clear missions, like Bartz's weapon, you need a party of light units. I was able to put this in and get that mission done. So ideally, sometimes you want to be able to have a party of each element. That is hard in the beginning when you're starting an account. Again, the easiest element to kind of really build up in the beginning is light. So we definitely want to be able to capitalize on that. So we're going to look at a couple of things. First, let's take a look about how to get Lucio. This is super, super easy. He's basically... I mean, he's made as a free unit, but I think also basically made to help new players kind of get something new and easy to get them going. It's a matter of just scrolling through menus. That's going to take forever to get us there. Because especially now at this time of night, the system wants to be really, really laggy. So we're going to go to another story, chapter 1, scene 1. So you just need to do scene 1 of this, and you get him. And then with every mission, you get more. Every quest, you get more shards for him and other like materials to build him. See, you get the unit right there. You'll get your viz as you go along. I would really like for this blue sacks to not be laggy. There we go. So you get Lucio shards for every quest. You pick him up on the first quest, so you can start building him. And then with every quest, you'll get more. And then you have to complete all the story to unlock all of his nodes and everything in his job board. They are locked behind quests, unlike other characters. But you are getting him for free. So you just have to go through here. And like the last one... just has shards for him. Yeah. And then in the next story, they give you the gem. I forget what it's called right now. But the gem to get him to his EX job, and then so on and so forth. They give you the materials to build him. So go build him. He's a great free unit. The other thing, I'm not going to share everything. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just go through those story things. There are some quests that you have to just use Lucio, so you actually do have to level him and use him in the quests. So just be aware of that. Just manage your resources. You need to be able to like chain and stuff like that. So it might take a little finagling to kind of clear it, but you'll get there. Just give him some good stuff. Make sure your Espers are leveled. Make sure you have good vision cards on him, some decent equipment. And level his job abilities so that he can actually clear the quests on his own. The next thing. So we're going to go into this bingo board, the challenge boards. And what we want to look at here is that Lucio has a challenge board associated with him. And now my computer's just going to take forever to get there because it wants to be slow, but... bear with, because we've already completed it. So now it's all the way at the bottom. And we have to make our way downtown. Well, that's okay, because we're going to check out some of these other things as well. Okay. Now, let's go a little slower, because it's right here. There we go. We made it. We made it. So this is another story challenge missions. Basically, you get materials for Lucio. And then at the end of this, you get a beginners only select UR summon ticket. Now, this is only available for the first 30 days of your account. So you need to do this right away. This is a select ticket. It can only be used for certain units. And then there's also select tickets that give you 600 shards, and then another select ticket that gives you 400 mind spheres. So you can instantly get a unit to 120. Now, you don't have to use those all on the same unit. You can split those however you want. So you could get, because there's more of a limitation on the select unit ticket, which I'll show you in a second. But there's more variety for the unit shards and the mind spheres. So you could use them all on one unit and max it out right away, or you could pick up one unit and then use the other tickets on a different unit, whatever you want to do. I'm going to make a suggestion that I'm going to take because I want to use it. But definitely do that so you don't miss out on that. It's a free unit. Like, there's no harm in doing it. Even if you don't use it, just having the unit is good. The other thing right now, while we're in the missions, the bingo boards, also why I mentioned missions, as you complete another chapter, another story for Lucio, there are missions in the mission tabs that give you materials for him. And obviously, they'll just unlock as you do them. So you'll see the little exclamation point. You just claim those so you can use them on him. Anyway, selection quests. So if you go into Farplane, there is a tab that says selection quests. You can do to basically pick up a free UR unit. Now, these are not like the best UR units. They don't have limit breaks, but it's another unit. It's something to use. They have unique equipment that you can get only by doing these, like a weapon and then armor. Again, not like the best things, but doesn't hurt to have. The gimmick with it is that you can only use MR rarity and lower characters. Although you can also use the free UR that you unlock by doing the selection quest. So that they are useful in that sense. So why does this matter? Well, it's a free way to farm Awakening Prisms and Fragments of Thought every month. So if you go in there and you just clear a couple of quests, you can just go ahead and you don't even have to do it all the way. You can just go in as far as you can get, and then just when you clear it, skip and just farm for those Awakening Prisms and Fragments of Thought, because you can get 200 of each every month because they refresh. So it's a great way to farm that. You should be doing that. Now, it's easy to clear the first couple of quests. Like, I just cleared the first quest of each one for now. I threw in a party randomly. Like, it's not very challenging. Anything can really clear it. You'll pick up the free UR unit, and you'll pick up, and you'll get like, you'll start accomplishing these quests or whatever. So, like, if you do selection quest 1 and 2, you can, and then with all the Alchrist chambers and stuff like this, you'll complete the board, and then you'll get rewards that you can use on MR and lower rarity units. And then one of the things you can get from doing this board is a ticket that gives you unit shards to fully max MR unit or lower rarity, which you'll want to do. So I'm just going to make a couple of suggestions on which, and I'll show you the ticket in the tickets tab, but I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions on which units I think are worth doing. So we'll look at the actual like ticket so you can see them all lined up. But basically, they have this for every element. So just go in here, see what things you need to do. So you need to clear all the Alchrist chambers. See, I didn't do that for every element yet, but I did the selection quest. I leveled up that UR unit, and then I just have to do the Alchrist chambers and then that second selection quest, and I'll complete this thing. So definitely do this. This is unlimited, but get it done as soon as you can, at least. You get some free units, things like that. Okay? So now let's just go look at the tickets, and I'm just going to give you some suggestions about what I think would be best for clearing the content. And then another time, I'll make some videos on actually clearing the selection quests, if that's something that y'all are interested in, and that would be helpful, because I will have to do it for this account anyway at some point. Now, I haven't even fully completed all I haven't fully completed all of the selection quests on my main account. I've only gotten to like the 10th one. So that's something I even have to do on my main account too. But it should be a little easier nowadays. So if we go, we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom because it should be at the bottom. Yes. So right here. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is that Lucio ticket. So it is a select UR unit summon for beginners only. So this is only within that first 30 days. So you need to make sure to get this done. Now, it's limited in what you can do. You can't get any 100 cost units. It's all, I believe, 90 cost and lower, or it might even be 80 cost and lower. But anyway, you can see all the units in here if the game just didn't want to be laggy. But of course, when we want to film a video, it's not going to work very well. So This is your choice of units. Now, the unit that I'm going to suggest, and I'm going to suggest this because I'm trying to really build light on this account. Now, there are so many good units here. I mean, we got some good units to start. If you want a good support, I mean, we already have Luciel, but I mean, Resnick's not bad. If you want another one, but she's also a lightning unit. Lemure is a good support unit. That can haste and stuff like that. The ones that we're interested in are the light units. And specifically, I'm going to say Elsorel because she is also a slash unit. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Elsorel because we don't have her yet. Now, if you have her, you don't need to. You can grab something else, right? But then you can use the other tickets to get her shards or something. We're going to pick up Elsorel because we don't have her yet. She's a great light unit, and she's slash, and we're building light slash right now. So we might as well pick her up. And she's great for PvE and stuff like that. Yeah, she has the Night Blade job. So she's got a chain 3 ability right there. A 3-hit ability or 4-hit ability, I forget, that replenishes HP on it. So she always gets use in some PvE content. So she's highly valuable for that type of thing. And then as a new account, like listen, a free unit, you might as well grab her. That's my selection for this. But take a look at the stock of characters that you can get there and do that. Now, we can use this ticket to instantly max Elsorel. Or we have a wider selection that we can use. So I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to kind of consider my options here. But you could use this on 100 cost units. So if you have a 100 cost unit that you manage to pull that you want to build up, like you can use this on one of them and just instantly max them. Now, it's not any of the newest ones. It goes as far as Reagan and Stern. But yeah, like even if you wanted to use these on Stern and then just like fully transcend him, you could totally do that too. But that's that. And then it's the same thing for the Mind Spheres. You just get 400 Mind Spheres. Yeah. And the distinction is, I'm sure we all know that the unit spheres can only be used, the unit shards can only be used to get them from 1 to 99. And then once they hit 99, any shards that you get are converted into Mind Spheres. So even if you already have something at 99, if you use the shards on them, they'll just convert to Mind Spheres. So you can still use them, but you can't use the Mind Spheres to get them to 99. Yeah? So that's that. And then the selection quest tickets should be just above that. Oh, I have another Magicite ticket. I didn't know that. I need to use that. The next thing is the what's it called? The MR or lower unit shard tickets that you get from those bingo boards. So I just want to take a look at each one of these, give my suggestions on what I think are good units to use. So for light, I would say this one I'm a little torn up about. I'm not really sure. We have Camilla that we can use, and then Marial is a good one. She's a good Spellblade tank or a magic tank. Elshra is a good support. She has Time Mage and White Mage. And Fina's always good too. I'd probably try to stay with the MRs, but I mean, you could always go for Phoebe as well. She used to be a really, really, really good Quicken unit, but great in cost-limited content. But you also want to think about, you're going to have to use this unit for selection quests. So really, I think you want to think about what is the best for the selection quest content. In this case, I might say Fina or Marial. I think that's kind of where my vote goes there. For Dark, 100% Shadowlinks. Shadowlinks there's not as many choices here. There's only 4. Shadowlinks can solo most of it if you have the right vision cards and espers and stuff. So maybe you won't be able to do it right away, but she does have the potential to. And she's a great slashing dark unit as well. For Earth, my suggestion, this one's a little, I'm not really so sure about this. Balo is a great SR character, but chances are you'll get a lot of his shards and everything just by doing normal summons. So, like, I don't know if you'd want to use these on, like, an SR or lower character. It might be better to save them for an NMR character. I don't know. I'd probably say Durando or Livial. I mean, Durando's not great, but, like, in the selection quests, he can be useful. And Livial is great because she can heal. So, might be worthwhile to use it on them. I haven't quite decided myself yet. Kind of look at their kits and see what you think you could use the best. But I think remembering kind of, oh, I don't want to summon just yet. Remembering kind of like what I used. Also, you have Mont as an Earth unit, so you have a Earth unit already. So maybe you want to support. So maybe Livial or something. But Durando could be good too. I remember he was useful for something specific. For Wind, Dario Horn is another magic tank. He could be good. Helena is a great support too. I don't use as much Cadia. If I had to go between Helena and Cadia, I'd probably pick Helena. But I think for this, I'm between Helena and Dario. Of course, on all these quests, all of these units can have some use, but we only get to pick one of them. So yeah, it's hard. We gotta kind of maybe take as I go through, maybe making videos of the selection quests, so you can see like what is the most useful. But I would say, I think what the suggestions that I'm making are probably the most viable. And remember, as logging in and starting as a new player, we got some of these already at 99. Like Sosha, we got free already as a win unit. So just make sure you're not like double dipping. For Lightning, we already got Layart, right? We have the most here. So for Lightning, Ravis could be good because she's kind of a tank. Schutzelt, maybe. Or even Salir. Salir can be good. I would say maybe I think I'm between Ravis and Salir, honestly. Ravis I've gotten some use out of her before. Ravies, I'm not sure how her exact pronunciation. For water, we already have Ramada. I say Uni, 100%. Uni is my dude. Uni is so good. You can easily get shards for Zazan. I mean, if you wanted to, you could use this on Ramada if you think you need to, and you can push her even further. But I vote for Uni. I love Uni. He's a great cost, like low cost unit. Fire. For fire, did we skip ice? I think we skipped ice. For fire, the UR unit that you get is a support unit in Minwu, so I think that kind of like reduces Naya's value. This one's a little hard for me. I think for these selection quests, Seymour. I think Seymour might be the get. Seymour, Lilith, or Adelard. Adelard is more of a support unit. So I think really you can choose between Seymour or Lilith. I think I lean a little more toward Lilith. I mean, sorry, I lean a little more toward Seymour, I think. For ice, Nasha is a great ice tank. Kuti has some great use. He is a ice missile unit who can frostbite. And then Shell is a nice support. She can quick in and stuff like that. I probably would go for either Nasha or Kuti. Probably Nasha, just so you have some survivability, but Kuti had some nice use in some of the quests too. Also, I mean, this is going to be different for every account because you might have more shards, or you might have more certain low rarity units built up more than others, or more availability to have them built up. Yeah, so just kind of take a look at what you've got going on and see what makes the most sense, because you want to kind of get the most bang that you can. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of the suggestions that I have there. It would take too much to actually go into the selection quests and do them, but I'll just show you where they are in case you're not sure. So we just go into the far plane, and then we're going to pop on over. Right at the top here on the top left, it says selection quests. And then we're going to go and scroll all the way to the bottom. Yeah, and then you can start doing these ones. So all you need to unlock that UR unit is just do that first selection quest. You can just auto formation. It's only going to be able to put the element units of that element, and they don't even have to be leveled. Maybe just a little bit. But just stick them in there. They'll be able to clear it. As you go on further and higher up in level, they will get harder, and you'll actually need to put some effort into leveling them and maybe actually manualing them. But like the first two at least should be easy to clear. So you can at least have, it gives you a chance to build up some of those free MR, SR, or rare units and just start trying to figure this out. Yeah. And then, you know, even if you have the first one, you could farm for those awakening prisms and light fragments of thought. The higher the quest, the easier it is to farm them. The lower the quest, the longer it's going to take to farm them, the more energy you're going to have to use. So that's why it's also valuable to go higher up in there. So that's mostly kind of what I wanted to say. Other than that, let me just show you. I showed you my units already. And then we went into Lucio. So then the other thing I wanted to show you was just how my Espers are looking. And then how my vision cards are looking. So I actually kind of had put off leveling Espers for a while, but today I actually went into the Beast Den, tried to clear some of the content. For the elemental chaining, having my light team has been really, really great, so I can clear those missions. But we've leveled up a couple of our Espers, a kind of bottleneck right now is Magicite, but we've got Garuda, we've got Dark Shiva, we've got, I'm not going to, probably better if I don't tab through all these. Shinryu, we've got Odin. There we go. We'll just do this. We've got Ifrit, Ramu, Aigaon, Bahamut, Siren, Dark Siren. And then, honestly, probably should level some of these lower rarity Espers. Like, I actually started working on Iron Giant because it is a light / Esper. So don't discount these lower rarity Espers. They can be good if you need to fill a specific niche, if you need something physical and not magic for one of your physical characters. So don't knock them. Just be aware that you are limited by Magicite. That's why I had suggested in one of my earlier videos to spend some of your tokens on the Magicite experience up increase thing. Right? Where is it? Right here. Esper experience. Esper experience acquisition up, right? So, because Magicite in the beginning can be kind of hard to come by. You get some tickets. There are some Magicite missions that you can do to get more, but it takes a while. And I remember when I first started playing on my main account, it took a while to level some Espers. So, that's kind of one of the first kind of like sticks. But focus on the ones that you need first. Something that I did, just be aware, if you have a non-elemental Esper like Odin, Dark Bahamut, or Dark Odin, they don't have their own Magicite. They use everyone else's Magicite at a lower rate. So make sure that you level your elemental Espers first, and then use the remnants of what you don't need to level up those ones. Kind of stinks, but that's also part of the reason why I wanted to use this. The other stick can be you run out of gil kind of fast. So when they have gil snapper turtle quest up acquisition thing campaign, farm that, because we're looking pretty low on gil. I didn't go super high on the item price, sell price up, but you can get this to a max of plus 50%. That would probably be good, because we definitely need more gil. So we're hurting for gil, because we're all the way down here, because I've been leveling jobs, leveling all the things, yeah? And then the other thing we have is vision cards. So we're doing not too bad on vision cards. We got a lot of good ones to start. I ended up picking up the Love for Hiryu card from the Final Fantasy V collaboration just now and built it up. I picked up one of the Final Fantasy 14 rerun cards. I built up the ones, the new Final Fantasy 14 vision cards. We had picked up the Final Fantasy X-2 vision card. And then some other ones that we got we're slowly kind of building. Now, this is another thing that's taking some time. Like, we have some good vision cards, but, like, especially since we can have sub-VCs and everything, too, it's taken a minute to kind of really, like, level up here. Yeah. But we're not doing too bad. It's enough to help us clear some content. The other thing that's a little bit of a slow go is really just getting our equipment online. So just making sure that we're farming the new events to get equipment. So we have a lot of new equipment that will be good generically for any units that we get, because we have Lena has a staff, Bartz has a sword, Faris has a sword, Gilgamesh has a spear. So we have a big variety to farm right now of stuff that you can make and just equip to units until you get something better. like the legendary reliquaries, which is going to be another quest that's going to take some time to really build up because we need a little more power level before we can like max those weapons out and acquire them. That's a little bit of a harder content for us at least. But just set your expectations appropriately. Like you're not going to be able to do everything. You're not going to be able to clear every mission on a quest just because of how limited we are. Just do the best you can. Efficiently farming for gear and stuff, probably multi quests. So make sure you're doing your multi quests. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean those are, and again, really Magicite and Gil have kind of really been the main sticks, the main problems. Um, yeah, I mean that's it. That's pretty much what we got. This was just more of an update of my account, how we've gotten it so far. I'm still farming for a lot of stuff. It's a little bit of a slog to start, but it's starting to pick up, and the power level is increasing. Um, One more thing I just want to show you. If you are a new player and you're looking for a guild, consider joining the Menagerie. I made a brand new guild. Started from scratch with it. We've got our 4 statues right now. We're leveling them up. So please consider joining if you want just like a fun, casual experience. We'll have some fun. Yeah. And you'll kind of see what it is to play from the beginning. Yeah. So that is that. I hope if you just started playing the game that you've been enjoying it. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to leave something in the comments and I'll answer it. Or join the Discord and you can ask in there and I'll be happy to get back to you. Or one of the other War of the Visions players that we have in the Discord. Yeah, so I'll be back with another update soon. If you're playing, I hope you're getting ready for X Death next week, or maybe you pulled Gilgamesh this week. We're going for X Death next week, so we'll be doing some poll videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful. Make sure you're doing those quests, getting those free units to help you bolster your account a little bit more. I'll see you around, and have a good one. Good luck.